There was a time when seeing Brazil on the World Cup fixture list was enough to terrify opponents. 5 stars above the badge, legendary players, impossible skills, and football that looked more like art than sport. But today, nobody is scared anymore. The world's biggest teams no longer hope to avoid Brazil, they actually look forward to playing them. So what happened to the greatest football nation in history? How did the country of Pelé, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Romario, Kaká, and so many other legends lose its aura? Because Brazil didn't suddenly become a bad team, something much bigger changed. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why Brazil's biggest problem isn't talent, it's identity. Chapter 1, the team everyone feared. For decades, Brazil wasn't just another football team, they were football itself. When kids imagined the perfect player, they imagined someone wearing yellow. 5 World Cups, more World Cup victories than any other nation, countless Ballon d'Or winners, generations filled with superstars. Brazil played with confidence, creativity, and freedom. Opponents often lost before the match even started because mentally they already believed Brazil would win. That psychological advantage was priceless. The yellow jersey wasn't just a shirt, it was a warning. Chapter 2, the fall nobody saw coming. Then everything changed. The warning signs appeared long before people noticed. The football became slower, more cautious, less creative. Instead of producing magicians, Brazil started producing athletes. Instead of improvisation, systems became more important. Then came humiliating moments that changed the world's perception forever. The 2014 World Cup. Playing at home, the entire nation expected history. Instead, Brazil suffered one of football's greatest disasters. A defeat so shocking that even today fans still remember exactly where they were watching. It wasn't just a loss, it shattered Brazil's invincible image. And once fear disappears, it's incredibly difficult to bring it back. Chapter 3, where did Joga Bonito go? People often say Brazil doesn't produce talented players anymore. That simply isn't true. Look around Europe. Brazilian players are everywhere. They're winning Champions Leagues, playing for the biggest clubs, earning massive transfer fees. Talent still exists, but something else disappeared. The famous Joga Bonito, the fearless style, the confidence to try impossible passes. Street football shaped generations of Brazilian legends. Today many young players enter professional academies earlier than ever. They're taught tactics before creativity, discipline before imagination, efficiency before expression. Modern football demands structure, but Brazil became so focused on adapting that it slowly stopped looking like Brazil. Chapter 4, Europe changed everything. Another reason is Europe's influence. Years ago, Brazilian stars developed at home for years before moving abroad. Fans built emotional connections. Players understood Brazilian football culture. Now many leave as teenagers. They grow up inside European systems. That's not necessarily bad. It creates smarter players, better defenders, more tactical discipline, but it also means many lose the unpredictability that once terrified defenders. Ironically, Brazil produces world-class professionals, but fewer world-class entertainers. Chapter 5, the pressure of history. Imagine wearing the Brazil shirt. You aren't just representing your country, you're competing against every legend who came before you. Every generation gets compared to Pelé, to Ronaldo, to Ronaldinho, to Romario, to Kaká. Anything less than brilliance feels like failure. That pressure creates hesitation. Players become afraid to make mistakes and football becomes cautious. When confidence disappears, magic usually disappears with it. Chapter 6, everyone else got better. Another uncomfortable truth, the rest of the world improved. Decades ago many nations couldn't match Brazil technically. Today almost everyone can. France, Spain, Argentina, Germany, Portugal, and England. Even countries once considered outsiders now develop elite academies. Sports science, video analysis, advanced coaching, nutrition, data analytics. Football has become global. The gap that Brazil once enjoyed barely exists anymore. Winning a World Cup today is harder than ever. Chapter 7, Brazil still has superstars. Despite everything, Brazil still produces incredible footballers. Fast wingers, creative midfielders, explosive attackers, elite defenders. The talent pipeline never stops. The real question is, can all those individuals become a truly frightening team? Because football history teaches one lesson. Great players don't automatically create great teams. Chemistry, identity, and belief wins tournaments. Those are the things Brazil is still searching for. Chapter 8, can Brazil become feared again? Absolutely. Football changes quickly. One great generation, one visionary coach, one unforgettable World Cup, and the entire world starts fearing Brazil again. That's exactly what happened to Argentina. After years of disappointment, they rediscovered belief. Now they're among the world's most respected teams again. Brazil can do the same, but it won't happen because of history. It won't happen because of 5 stars. It won't happen because people expect it. It will happen only if Brazil builds a new identity instead of chasing its old one. So, is Brazil finished? Not even close. But today, they no longer win matches before kickoff. Opponents respect Brazil. They don't fear Brazil. And in football, those are two very different things. The biggest question isn't whether whether Brazil has enough talent. The question is, can they make the world afraid again? Let me know in the comments. Will Brazil win another FIFA World Cup before 2034? And if you enjoy football documentaries, tactical analysis, and stories that go beyond the highlights, subscribe to Pitch Vision, because here we don't just watch football, we see the game differently.